Jarnigan, and this is On the Streets. So this year with the new lanyards, students have been clicking them quite often. How many times a day do you think students click their lanyards?
Infinitely. During mass, that's not appropriate, but infinitely clicking the lanyards.
Mr. Moth, many students have been clicking their lanyards this week. How many times a day do you think a student clicks their lanyard?
3,432 and a half.
That's an astounding number. How many times a day do you think the average student clicks their lanyard?
The average student, gosh, I'd say they probably click it about 400 to 500 times a day.
400 to 500 times a day. Well, you'd be wrong. It's much more higher than that.
Really?
It's about a metric ton.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. Of clicking.
Like metric ton, are we talking about like semi-truck metric ton or?
Like a ton. How many times a day do you think the average student clicks their lanyard?
I'd say 247.
247. You heard it here first, folks.
I mean, it's good for, the thing is, I think it's good for cardiac health. Like, I think for some of our kids, it's the only exercise they get. So, because they're just too busy.
Exercise is important.
I mean, they're just too busy on their Facebooks and Insta Googles. And they just don't understand how to exercise anymore. So they're at least getting some clicks in.
So with this upcoming HOCO week, we were promised 4 days of dress down for the price of $5. How does this make you feel?
I feel like they're kind of scamming us, honestly, because if you really think about it, Friday is just another spirit wear day, basically.
We're really paying for 3 days.
Yeah, exactly. So it ends up being like, I'm not gonna do math right now, but like, we're paying $2 extra for 2 less days.
You heard it here first, folks. So with this upcoming HOCO week, we have been promised 4 dress down days for the price of $5. What do you think about this?
Well, I think it's what it's always been. Even back in my olden days, it's a privilege. I mean, you guys, it's better than wearing this.
But $5 for 4 dress down days? That's outrageous.
Well, mass, you don't get to count mass. I mean, that's one of those days where we still need to be looking presentable to be, like I said, in communion with God. But yeah, I'm excited about the themes I get to wear. I have 2 different Star Wars ties I get to wear next week.
Well, what theme are you most excited for?
I'm not really I want to see how many students try to paint on a beard when they try to, for the Dress Like a Teacher Day. See how many students, I know a couple have already said they're going to use some black marker and rub it on their face and try to get my beard going, but it won't be this beautiful.
It'll never be that beautiful.
Thank you, I appreciate that. What I'm looking for, any of the like the theme, like the Star Wars, like Cowboys vs. Aliens, I have a bunch of Star Wars ties. I don't get to wear a lot. I got it for Christmas one year, so it's going to be a good week for my Star Wars ties.
That'll be real exciting. So with this upcoming HOCO week dress down day, there are 5 days of HOCO week, but only 4 days of dress down. They expect the students to pay $5 for this. What do you think the price should be?
I think $5 is pretty good for a pretty first world problem. But that's cool. I mean, you're right, you can't dress down. I guess it's just as bad as being a war orphan in Somalia.
Thanks for your time, Mr. Moth.
Tuck your shirt in.